Show that the integral between 0 and 4 of 18 over root 6x plus 1 dx is equal to 24, and find the x plus 2 all squared dx. Give me your answer in terms of e. So here the first one then, so I'm going to label it I, so that I can just write the answer straight away. So a here, well I is equal to then the integral, when we do it, this to the half. So if I look at that, it's something, because it's something, it's minus a half, isn't it? So if I raise the power by 1, it's to the half. So now if I differentiate this, I'll get half this to the minus half, which I want here. When the half comes down, I don't want a half, so I'll put a 2 there. So that when the half comes down, then we get a 1. This to the minus half multiplied by the something differentiated. So a 6 will come out, so I'll need a 6 underneath. So now what I've done now is this will just differentiate to this, 1 over this. But I've got 18 of it, so I need an 18 lots of as well. So the 6 goes into 18 3 times, and I can see this should be a 6 then, can't we? So let's just put that in then. So it's 6, and now then we'll do the check. So we reckon it's that. So let's just differentiate this now then to check. Half 6 is a 3, this to the minus a half, multiplied by the something differentiated, which is 6. There's a 3 6's gives us 18, so that's the integral then. Plus, we're doing between 0 and 4 then. It's a definite integral. So that's between 0 and 4. So that's equal to top value, take bottom value. Put 4 in here, we get 25. 6 4's 24 plus 1 is 25. 5 square rooted, 25 square rooted is 5, so we'll get 30. Put 0 in here, 1 square rooted is a half. So 1 square rooted is 1, so 6 times 1 is 6. So the answer is 24. Now the next part, which is what we needed to show, part B then. So I is equal to this squared, giving answer in terms of e. Find this integral e to the x plus 2. Okay, so let's expand the bracket as e to the 2x plus 2 and 2 is 4e to the x plus the 4 dx, all integrated between 0 and 1. Now we can integrate it, e to the 2x, e to the something, integrate to e to the something, and then we'll need the something underneath, won't we? So it's a half. So let's just check that. E to the something differentiates to e to the something, multiplied by the something differentiated, which is 2. So we put a half there to counterbalance that, plus 4e to the x, plus 4x. E to the x integrates to e to the x. And we're going to evaluate that between 0 and 1. So this is equal to then, top value, take bottom value. As a template, put 1 in, e to the 2, so it's e squared over 2, plus 4e, plus 4, and then put 0 in, a half, e to the 0 is 1, so it's going to be a half. Put 0 in here, it's 4, isn't it? 4 times 1 is 4. Put 0 in here, we get 0. So what do we end up with then? We end up with e squared over 2 here, plus 4e. The 4, take the 4, cancels, and then it's just a minus a half. So we could take the half outside a bracket if we wished, and we'd have e squared plus 8e minus 1. Let's see the question then. What answer in terms of e, giving your answer.